Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie Samuel reporting, and welcome to episode 15 of my 2022 FIFA World Cup podcast, bringing you the latest updates on the 2022 World Cup. I'm joined yet again by my good mate Sam Savvas as we wrap up the last 16 while previewing the quarterfinal matchups. Thanks so much for your time yet again, Sam.
Yeah, my pleasure, mate. In crazy action over the last 24 hours in the World Cup, so really looking forward to going through the games with you.
Wonderful. Over the last day, we have seen Morocco secure a shock quarterfinal berth, defeating Spain after a goalless 120 minutes via the penalty shootout 3-0. Spain making none of their penalties as Hakimi stepped up and sent Morocco into an historic quarterfinal. Sam, Morocco to continue to surprise at this World Cup. They've defied odd after odd.
Absolutely, they've defied all the odds. You know, they're the massive underdogs in the tournament, so I reckon they could beat Portugal, but it's going to be a massive ask to beat Spain and then Portugal back-to-back. They'll be amazing to see and it'll be great history as well. But, I think Portugal will be that little too much for them.
Yeah, no African sides ever reached the semi-final of a World Cup, but with the form Morocco is showing, who knows. What a big disappointment for Spain, out in the last 16 for the second consecutive tournament.
That's just really disappointing. I had high expectations for Spain in this World Cup for them to make it to the Final Four. But, that's just very disappointing, as you said. Started off with a bang, winning 7-2 against Costa Rica. And then to have a draw against Germany, that was just very disappointing and such an embarrassment for them.
Totally agree with you. Portugal comfortably took care of Switzerland 6-1 as they cruised into the last 8. Gonçalo Ramos opened the scoring in the 17th minute before Pepe gave Portugal a 2-0 half-time lead. But they were far from done there. Ramos and Rafael Guerreiro gave Portugal a 4-0 lead by the 55th minute. Manuel Anagi pulled one back for Switzerland in the 58th minute before Ramos scored the first hat-trick of the tournament in the 67th minute. Rafael Leal added a sixth with an absolute screamer in the 92nd minute, as Portugal marched emphatically into the last 8 with a crushing victory. They will meet Morocco and are expected to advance to the last 4. Sam, Portugal, excellent again. They are finding form at the right time.
Absolutely, they are finding the best form at the moment. Another emphatic win for them, so it's a big statement. They're showing that they're ready for anyone and they're willing to go or do whatever it takes to go all the way.
Can you see them at the very least into the last 4?
Absolutely. I think they'll cruise past against Morocco 3-0.
Yeah, reasonable prediction there. In other news, some exciting upcoming matches include our quarterfinal matches as we get down and gritty into the last 8. Croatia will take on Brazil at the Education City Stadium. Croatia earning their place in the last 8 with a penalty shootout victory over Japan following a 1-1 draw. Brazil comfortably took care of Korea Republic 4-1 to yet again earn their place in the last 8. They only managed to get to the quarterfinals in Russia, so they will be looking to win this and progress into the last 4 as they attempt to reach their first final since 2002. My prediction? A 2-1 victory for Brazil as they march into the last 4. Sam, are you feeling a similar result?
I reckon Brazil will cruise through their match 2-0.
Reasonable prediction. Croatia caused upsets in Russia, reaching a final, knocking off England against all odds. What can they do to cause another one and set up a last 4 appearance yet again?
I reckon if Ivan Perisic gets on the scoreboard again and Luka Modric does his thing in the midfield, maybe they're a very good chance of going through and doing the unthinkable, being Brazil. But I still think Brazil will be just a little too much for them.
I agree with you. The Netherlands will meet Argentina at Lusail Iconic Stadium. The Dutch earned their place in the last 8 following a 3-1 victory over the United States. Argentina was challenged by Australia but survived with a 2-1 victory to earn their quarterfinal berth. They are still keeping the dream alive of Lionel Messi lifting the trophy one last time. These sides met in the quarterfinals in 1998. Dennis Bergkamp's amazing finish late, sending the Dutch into the last 4. My prediction? A 2 3-1 victory for the Netherlands as they advance to the last four. Sam, please give me your predictions.
This is going to be game of the tournament, I reckon. And I was really predicting these two would be in the final against each other as one of the potential matchups. But unfortunately, that's not to be. So one of them's going to go through. It's a tough choice, honestly. I'd love to see it go down in a penalty shootout. I'm going France. Netherlands.
Yeah, go. Yeah, so your prediction is the Netherlands to go through?
Yes.
Can you give me a score potentially?
2-0.
2-0? Okay. I, for one, think it'll be a bit more close. It's fair to say Argentina are favoured. What can the Dutch do to break them down?
Yeah, you're gonna have to get past their back four, really. You know, Argentina really have a good defence, and so do the Netherlands. So it's gonna be a really great matchup to watch. Honestly, it's an exciting match, but it's whoever can expose the back four first, really. So that's all that really counts.
Yeah, absolutely. Morocco will take on Portugal at the Alfamama Stadium. Morocco earning an historic quarter-final berth following their penalty shootout victory over Spain. They were brave, as they've been all tournament to defy odds. Portugal was sublime in their victory over Switzerland, with a 6-1 belting of their European rivals. Ronaldo will want to have a big influence, as he helps his side keep the dream of an historic World Cup title alive. But their first step is to take care of Morocco and reach the last four. My prediction, a 3-0 victory for Portugal as they end Morocco's fairy tale run and reach the last four. Sam, are you feeling a similar result?
I agree, 100%. 3-0 Portugal win. For Ronaldo to be benched because of his attitude sucks. I mean, he deserved that, to be honest. So he needs to pull his head in and show commitment to Portugal, I reckon. So if he's going to lift up the trophy one last time as well, same as Messi, but Portugal should win easily, 4-0.
Would you say, of all the upsets Morocco have caused so far, just to reach the last eight unexpectedly, this is by far their biggest challenge that they've yet faced?
Absolutely, I agree with you. This will be a very tough challenge for Morocco. If they somehow do the unthinkable and beat Portugal, I reckon they are potentially one of the dark horses to win the tournament.
Well, that would be something very interesting.
For sure.
England will meet France at the Al Bayt Stadium. England earned their place in the last eight following a 3-0 victory over Senegal. Then they reached the last four in Russia, surprisingly going out to Croatia in 2018. They will be hungrier than ever to eliminate the 2018 champions and progress to another semi-final with the potential to go further this time. France defeated Poland 3-1 to comfortably earn their place in the quarter-final again. They will be confident they can continue through to the last four to keep their hopes of back-to-back titles alive. My prediction, a 3-2 victory for England as they go through to the last four. Sam, who wins this game for you and why?
This is going to be another game of the tournament moment. This will be really close, but I think it will be very close. I'm going to say 1-0 to France.
Reasonable prediction. It's fair to say they're the favourites. And that concludes episode 15 of my 2022 FIFA World Cup podcast. Remember, if you are keen to be a guest on this podcast, you can reach me on my email in the video description or via the LinkedIn profile in the description. I look forward to bringing you more action as we wrap up the quarterfinals and preview the semi-finals.